day one of Reading Festival, and I'm here with the Neighbourhood. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. So last time you were here, I think was 2014. What are your memories of Reading Festival? What comes to mind when you say Reading?
Fun.
Fun, good.
Yeah.
This backstage area.
Yeah, very dusty, very
Dusty.
a lot of dust.
Not that that's like a bad thing.
Good dust.
You asked me what I remember. It was a great show. It was fun.
Yeah.
The weather was so much different. Yeah, the weather was so much different last time. So
That's the standard here. Yeah.
it's a different vibe. Like I'm already I'm feeling a little bit different about the show because whenever we're over here, you get set in like this British foggy like vibe. It's true though. Like at least for me.
I like them both though. I like the fog sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially, it's nice.
It does make you grumpy. I live here all the time, and I'm generally grumpy because of the weather, so I get the vibe thing.
I got California, and I'm still a fucking grump all the time. Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen.
What's your problem?
Just how it is, I guess.
When you wake up, do you have an instinct like, this is going to be a good day, this is going to be a good show? Do you get that like gut feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I woke up today thinking it's going to be a great show.
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
We've built this up quite a lot now.
Actually, I woke up this morning with a sore throat, so I said, great, fuck me.
No!
But then I got up and I yapped my fucking jowls off a little bit. I ended up feeling fine. Now
Is that the way to fix it?
I mean, my warm-up is just talking. So, like, if I wake up I have to be up quite a few hours in the day before I sing.
Yeah.
And I have to eat way before. Yeah, but that's my regimen.
Nothing dairy and milky though, because you get the bubbles, don't you?
I go dairy all day.
He's a risk taker. Yeah.
I guess so.
Full pizza before we play.
Full pie.
Cheese though, margarita.
It's my
also
warm-up.
known.
I'm just kidding. But afterwards.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think of UK food and cuisine in general?
I'll say this. You guys make very good Indian food.
Yeah. Got some great
Good Mediterranean food.
Yeah.
great doner kebabs.
Donor kebabs.
Oh, you've indulged, have you?
Oh, we've been indulging in the donors since we started coming here years ago.
Yeah, the veggies, I don't feel like, we are very spoiled.
Yeah.
From California, I feel like, we have avocado with almost everything. It's like, come on. So I know I'm being a little ridiculous, but yeah, the veggies don't seem to be as,
Catered for.
yeah. Or in the fruit. And I'm a huge fruit and veggie guy, so after I'm here for like a while, I'm just like craving to go back home and just sitting in California and just shoving peaches and nectarines and bananas.
All the goodness.
Avocado, yeah. But other than that, great Indian food.
Good, yeah. Quality curry. I'm with you on that. Right. We should probably talk about music now for a little bit, shouldn't we?
Or we can talk about food too.
I love talking about food. I could do it all day. Let's talk about music though. So the album. How long do you have to sit with a new album to get a really good perspective on how you genuinely feel? Because I know when you rap it, you're like, it's the best thing you've ever done. Really proud of it. How long do you have to live with it till you really know how you feel? Do you think?
Oh no, I felt like me personally, I don't know, we might all feel the same, but we all lived with it while we were making it, and once it was done, I don't think any of us probably listened to it again, at least me. Once it was over, I was like, all right, I'm gonna never listen to that again. So I felt like I lived with it enough while we were making it, and when it was done, I never listened to it again until we played the songs. That's not a bad thing, but it's just I was past it and already looking forward to the next we were hunkered down for so long doing it.
Yeah,
you agree?
No, I totally agree. Yeah, it's just a weird feeling making something for such a long time and then thinking to yourself, this is the best or this isn't the best, or you're just making your most current product.
Yeah.
And I believe it was the best, but it's kind of an interesting concept to think about that while you are making it. I don't know.
It's challenging. It's a confusing process, in my opinion. It hurts really bad. It feels really good, and then once it's gone, it's there, and it's literally a release. So once it's out in the world, it's like, well, I can't fucking do anything about it now.
Yeah, you
That
can't
is
stop
what
thinking
it is.
about it. It's just out.
So it's and I kind of agree. I never really want to hear it.
Yeah.
I have a little bit. I'll try to months after. Usually, a year after an album releases, I'll sit in my car and I'll be like, I'm gonna listen to this record. And just try to see what I think about it. But it's so subjective. It's hard. It's
And you can't be objective when it's your work, can you? You can't look at it in the same way.
Yeah.
Now, in the space between wrapping a record and then it being released, because there's so many stuff that needs to be done in that space, do you get anxious? Do you build yourself up into
yeah, if it was up to me, we'd release a song like every day.
Yeah.
Because I just like, I love the feeling of it. It's like getting high. It's just like you fucking do it, and it's like such a crazy feeling, and to see how other people are gonna grasp onto it and do what they do with it, and you know what I mean? It's just like, it's a crazy feeling. So
I kind of like that we did it this time though, because like the month leading up to the record release, we were actually on tour. So like when the album came out was like the last day of the tour. So like leading up to the record coming out, it kind of like snuck up. Like, oh, we've been on tour the whole time. Well, the record's coming out, cool. So we were kind of like distracted by being on tour.
That's
I
a good
think it was a
thing.
good thing.
Yeah.
So when it came out, it was kind of like a celebration instead of like an anxious thing. We were just like, oh, it's out, sick. Let's go play a show. You know?
We were playing new shows with songs that had just been released day of. So it was like, they just heard this song today, they can come here tonight for the first time.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's kind of cool, yeah.
Now, when you read what everyone's saying about it online and stuff, if you see that negative comment, do you take it on well, or do you dwell on it? Do you get a bit like, oh, that's not right, or can you take it on the chin generally?
I don't really read anything.
Oh yeah.
No, don't bother.
No, I mean, like, you could read it, and like, if you want to like bum yourself out, everyone's gonna have their own opinion of something, and like some people are just like good things and bad things. But like, I mean, especially I feel like in 2016, everyone's like a critic, so it's just like, I mean, you could literally criticize anything, so it's like, of course someone's gonna say that, so you just pretty much like throw it off your shoulders and be like, yeah, whatever.
And even if it's not coming from a genuine place, just to get a reaction, people are doing it. Even if they actually liked it, they might say it's.
But another thing is like the fan base that we are fortunate enough to have been able to gain so far and like have kind of sometimes I think maybe I see so much positive stuff because our fans are like so into what we do. So like I don't even really see negative stuff that when I do like see it, when it's like put right in front of my face, like I never usually type in like the Neighbourhood wiped out album review. I don't do that. But like on my Twitter and Instagram and all that kind of shit, if it's like right fucking in front of my face, usually it's always like really positive things. So like
Good.
yeah, which is good, but sometimes it feels like, I don't know, I know you appreciate me, so thank you so much, but like, I don't know, sometimes you want to have someone who maybe thought something negative say something like
Constructive criticism, you know?
Those positive comments, like on a daily, like by fans, they're awesome, but they feel just as good as the bad feels bad. Like when I read a bad interview or review, I don't think to myself like, oh shit, that really sucks, we blew it. But when I see a fan comment something, like I don't think like, oh my god, like she said it's her favorite album, it must be the best album of all time.
You've got good perspective on it,
We have the fans who are like, I mean, I think like a lot of the stuff, if it has our name on it, they'll love it just because like they love everything we do and they're such good fans. So it's kind of hard to be like, oh, just they think that. Is it true, or is it just because they're fans of us? You know what I mean?
I just look for growth.
Growth.
Like I just like to watch things grow. Like whether it be the numbers or like, you know, something comes through. I probably won't even read it, but if something comes through on like, you know, a website we've never been on or something, it's like, oh, cool, nice, we're there now. That's good. Now they're aware. That feels good. You know what I mean? Like it's just growing and new things happening, and that's it.
I think that's all anyone wants. We want to feel like we're going like that in some way, don't we?
Absolutely, of course.
Now, I read somewhere, I can't remember what it was, but you said you feel like you only get real clarity with what you're saying when you do it through music or through your lyrics. Do you guys all find that you're actually able to say things and do things you want more on stage or through your music, and then in real life maybe a bit more bumbly or don't say it so eloquently? Or
at least for me, I mean, he writes all the lyrics and says all the, you know, the words, I guess, but for me, like, I'm able to wear something or express a certain vibe or dance a certain way on stage that I wouldn't do, you know, anywhere else. Because I'm able to express a different part of me that most people, well, to be honest, I don't care if they accept it or not, but most people that are watching us come to a show probably are going to accept it if they're a fan. So, you know, I have that freedom to be able to do that. It's like the creative freedom, I guess, you know.
is it kind of a bit like having a persona, like an alter ego as well? Do you like embody a different thing when you're on stage or when you're in band mode, do you think? Or do you just think you carry on being yourself all the way through?
I actually have trouble with that. I think I'm to myself sometimes, and sometimes I wish that I could stop myself from the emotions that I do feel, because I carry them onto the stage, and it's really unfair for the crowd and the band and myself and everybody. But I'm so harsh and so critical of myself, and I'm just very in my head, so it's hard for me to like go out there and just be like, hey, everything's fucking fine right now, if I don't feel fine. It's just like, I don't feel that way. And luckily the music kind of caters for me to not necessarily always have to be happy. Our music isn't really like really happy music. It's kind of like, you know, a little more melancholy or like
Realistic life.
Yeah. It is, and it's like the parts of life that are like kind of like I don't know, like not always just. It's not really the happy parts all the time, but I think we have those moments sometimes, and I think as we maybe get older, we're working on making those moments flourish more. At least I am. I'm trying to be like just happier, I guess.
Yeah. I was watching a lot of interviews as well, and like you said, you're quite honest, and I feel like you're always being yourself in them. Are there any moments where you're like, oh, I wish I hadn't said that because my mum's heard that, or oh, my girlfriend's gonna kill me?
Oh yeah. Yesterday, the day before, last year, 2 years ago, 3 years
Every
ago,
day.
21 years ago. Yeah.
You always like look back on stuff you do and you're like, oh shit, like why did I say that? Just because like I don't know, maybe just like if you look at like an interview like a year ago, like I don't know, you're constantly growing, so.
Sometimes those interviewers set you up to say stupid stuff though. Yeah, like I'll look back like at the time, like you can only give like an answer that sounds stupid, and you'll look back and watch it, like I mean they were setting us up to sound that way. You know what I mean? And evil. Yeah. I hate it.
Do you, in general, find interviews like a bad part of the job, or just like a necessary evil, or do you sometimes? Is it a mood thing? Some days you're up for it.
Probably what you just said.
Yeah.
A bad part or a necessary evil.
Oh God.
But then there's moments like, I mean, honestly, I'm really enjoying this interview.
Me too,
But
yeah.
I might look back at it and be like, oh my God, my voice is so annoying. My fucking face is just flushed.
You said it's self-critical. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's just like, so I'm not going to watch the fucking interview back.
Oh,
but
no.
but it's been great.
It's going great. It's a fantastic interview. Yeah.
I totally get it though, because I have to edit all my interviews and I watch it back. I hate my voice. I hate my profile. I've got like a beak. It's like hell. It's awful, isn't it?
I hate my voice. It's the worst.
Do you?
Yeah. You're gonna hear that. Yeah.
I'll get it closer.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate my voice.
Yeah. Me mumbling always.
Now, moving forward, what's on like your bucket list as a band? Do you have a bucket list, or are you just going with the flow and just think?
At the pyramids. I'm just kidding.
That'd be cool though.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
That actually would be.
I don't know. Yeah, play in Hawaii. We all want to play in Hawaii. Yeah.
Lasting through global warming.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, it's
Surviving.
that's all I'm thinking about it.
No, I don't know. I think just growing as a band, what Jesse said, just as long as we keep growing, like opportunities will arise. We'll keep doing what we want to do. I don't think there's any like certain goals that we have. Obviously, to be a more popular, bigger band, make better music. That's like every band's like goals, I think. But at least I can't think at the top of my head any like particular like thing. Maybe like just play like a certain festival, like Glastonbury or something cool like that. Might be like something like on a bucket list. But I don't know. I don't think there's anything.
Headline at any festival.
Staples Center too. I think our hometown arena would be pretty cool to do.
Have you done Red Rocks or anything yet? Because I always think that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that place. That's the amphitheater in Colorado.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty sweet.
I have to ask about visuals, because when I put out about your visuals, everyone always wants to talk your visuals. So I even think that the titles of all your tracks, they lend themselves well to merchandise. They look great in hashtags. Do you think about that as well? Because even like the words look great as well as like the actual visuals. Or is that just a coincidence?
I personally, a lot of that is like my kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like what like I kind of help contribute also to the band as a whole, not just the music part of it. And yeah, I just like everything. I like catchy things. I like hooks. I like everything to be able to be something that's like memorable. And
Something you can put on a shirt, like you said.
Yeah, it just looks strong, doesn't it?
yeah, and it's I mean, it's like almost like what I would like to see. Yeah.
It almost comes like naturally though to Jess, because like he'll write like lyrics to a song and then like daddy issues or something like that. And like, oh, I said daddy issues, and that, oh, it's a good shirt. Like it just happens. Like I feel like that stuff comes out of Jess like naturally. He's such a like creative dude. Like that stuff just tends to like happen whether he's trying or not. Honestly.
That's handy, isn't it?
Which is sometimes a hard thing, because kind of to go back on your question about like what's your goal and everything. I didn't answer that, but I'd like to answer that. I just don't want to worry about other people's opinion and comparisons, and like, you know, people group you together with other things. Like you could even look at the stage that we're playing today, or like at any festival, or you know, on Spotify or iTunes, who are related to. And it's like, you know, I feel like a lot of artists probably don't feel like, oh, dude, they fucking nailed exactly. And some do, maybe. Good for them if that happened. But I kind of just don't want to have to, like, it's hard because, you know, with the internet and everything and seeing what you do see, people group you into this thing
Curation
and
is
categorize
like so
you and then put you in a ranking. And it's just like, oh, don't do that to me. I didn't ever fucking want that. I didn't sign up for that. Like, so I'm just trying not to worry about all.
Rebel against
me
it.
and not fucking worry about us. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Push this forward, not
Worry about
anything else.
You don't want to feel restricted by other people's rules, do you? Because that will cloud any creativity you've got. You just got to go for it. Have you ever had that with members of your team that be like, can we go down this route? And you're like, no, we can't go down. Even within your group, you have that.
I would say that's the hardest part.
Well, that's being in a band. You have 5 different minds.
Yeah.
You can be a solo act and depict what you're gonna do, but
Yeah.
when you're in a band, you get 5 different minds, I guess.
Well, when you're in this band.
Yeah,
Because
this
I know
band.
there's other bands that don't do that. They'll have like a songwriter that's like, all right, well, you say it goes, and we're going to play it.
Sure.
Or 2 people. We do things with 5. Jeremy's not here right now, but we have 5 opinions that are always being thrown in the pot. And like, I mean,
Strong
like,
opinions as well, not just opinions. We all are
Correct.
very heavy-minded,
Yeah.
stubborn
Yeah.
boys.
it's like any system in the world that has to have that many people agreeing. It's just fucking hard. So, yeah.
But it is a democracy, though, where I think it all ends up for the best. You know what I mean? We're all like as hard-minded as we are, it ends up paying off. Even though like the process of it can be like grueling, I think it turns out for the best usually.
Well, if you've got an album you're happy with, it's working, isn't it? So that's a good thing. So,
definitely.
well, have a great show today. I think I'm going to let you go. I've talked for long enough. But lovely to meet you all, and best of luck. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, the yellows are good.
It's going to be black and white anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true, isn't it?
Thanks for that, because I look like a leather handbag at the moment after holiday, so thank you. Right.
You got a leather handbag?
Yeah, a bit weathered, a bit too much tan going on.
And the sun is just, it's hot right now.
I know, I'm sweating like a beast, it's horrible. Sorry.